Right now, I do want to get you to a big story that we have been covering here all throughout the last 19 days, as we do have some new information on the search for Nancy Guthrie, the kidnapped mother of Today's Show co-host Savannah Guthrie. At least one internet user appears to have searched for Nancy Guthrie's home address in the weeks leading up to her kidnapping. Fox News Digital analyzed Google Trends, finding searches for Nancy Guthrie's address in June of last year by someone in Arizona, then again on January 11th of this year, a few weeks before she was taken. There were also two Google image searches for Nancy's address in Arizona. That was in March of 2025, then sometime in late November or early December. Those searches were reportedly looking for specific images or a map of her home. Google Trends also showing that someone in the Tucson area searched, quote, Savannah Guthrie salary in December of last year. Investigators will likely look into that as the search for the 84-year-old now enters day 19. Sheriff Chris Nanos joined us on Live Now from Fox just yesterday, speaking about some of the evidence that's been collected. Do you want to play a short clip of that right now?
We have DNA from the crime scene that still needs some work and some follow-up to be done, and that's being worked on. We have a video that you're showing right now that needs further analysis. So that backpack, they've positively identified it as a specific brand that's sold at a specific location, a specific store, I should say, or stores, Walmart. And we're working with that management's team there to try to get further on that. There's a lot on that video, the weapon, the holster, the mask, all of those things we're working hard to also identify those. Just hundreds, if not thousands of leads that are still in front of us to chase down. The pacemaker, working with all the technology there to try to see if there's not a way to track that down too. So no, I understand that there's maybe some level of disappointment that, oh, this lead didn't get us what we wanted, but that's what my team does. They know that, hey, we chase down leads, they develop them, and some really develop into even a stronger lead. So where that maybe it gets us a person of interest or a search warrant, those kinds of things. But then you have your lulls, right? Every investigation does that, ups and downs. But we keep up. Every morning these guys get up. Every morning these young men and women get up and they go, today's the day. Today we're going to find Nancy.
And of course, those are photos right there on your screen, as the sheriff is also sounding off on a TMZ report that the FBI has been in touch with Mexican law enforcement as they check to see if Nancy Guthrie was transported across the border. Sheriff Nanos maintains there is no evidence that she was taken into Mexico. TMZ also reporting that Border Patrol cameras and other electronic devices have been checked, finding nothing, but the hope is that federal authorities in Mexico will help to spread the word. The reward in the case also continues to grow, doubling again now to just over $200,000, and that includes the $100,000 from the FBI and 8-8 Crime in Pima County also offering another $100,000 after an anonymous donor provided the cash. Jillian Snyder is a retired NYPD officer, now a resident senior fellow at the R Street Institute, and now teaches at John Jay College of Criminal Justice, joining us now to discuss all of the latest developments. And Jillian, as always, a lot of big developments here.
Yes, absolutely.
And I do want to start by asking you about the situation there with Google Trends. Again, Fox News looking into this and finding searches for Nancy Guthrie's home address as well as Savannah Guthrie's salary. What sort of role can that play? Can investigators track down where that came from?
So Google Trend data appears to show, as you said, that the address was searched several months ago, actually, and then again more recently in early January. And there were also those two image searches, one in March, I believe, of last year and one a few months ago. Google has cautioned that for uncommon search topics, trend data can include random noise. It is really, what it does is it looks at big data sets. It really doesn't focus on isolated search data. But if these searches are legitimate, they paint a picture of pre-operational surveillance and targeted selection. So someone researching the victim's physical address months in advance, pulling up images of the property, maps of the property, and then searching how much the victim's daughter earns, that's consistent with someone who's building a deliberate target profile. So I do think that if this is, to be legitimate, this could actually yield a lot of law enforcement data and knowledge.